Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to continue on with 3.2, talking about theorems about perpendicular lines, and we're actually going to get into 3.3. What? 3.3, what? Yeah, same video. Oh yeah? Okay, same video. We're going to be talking about 3.2 and 3.3. 3.3 we'll get into some angles that deal with transversals. So I hope you're excited. 3.2, we're going to have about 4 theorems. I want you to get to know them, take them to bed, study them, and dream about these wonderful theorems. Okay, the very first one, theorem 3.1, all right angles are congruent. Wait, what? Yeah, all right angles are congruent. If I give you this right angle of A, B, C, very original, and I give you another right angle of D, E, F. Man, I am just on a roll with this originality. Those are congruent. Why are they congruent? Because they're all 90-degree angles. All right angles are equal to 90 degrees. So that tells me they're all congruent. Weird. All right, next one, theorem 3.2. If two lines are perpendicular, then they intersect to form 4 right angles. So if I give you two lines that go on and on and on forever, well, if I give you this right angle, that also means that this is a right angle, this is a right angle, and this is a right angle. Okay, because if you look at these top two, do you remember what type of a pair they are? I hope you're thinking linear pair. Linear pair, yeah, they are a linear pair. Okay, guess what? Guess what these two types of angles are going to be? Linear pair. Linear pair, oh yeah, linear pair. Same thing with these two and with these two. Okay, all of those are linear pairs, which means they are supplementary and add up to 180. Well, half of 180 is 90. Okay, so two lines are perpendicular when they intersect to form right angles. Next one, 3.3. If two lines intersect to form adjacent congruent angles, then the lines are perpendicular. Okay, so that means if I have two lines that look like this, okay, and they are adjacent, so these two, that one and this one, okay, if we know that those intersect to form an adjacent congruent angles, then the lines are perpendicular. They intersect, and they intersect at exactly adjacent angles. So not vertical angles where it's opposite, it's the two next door neighbors to each other. If they intersect and those are perpendicular angles, those are congruent angles, that tells me that they are 90 degrees and that they are perpendicular. So if you look at this one, theorem 3.4, if two sides of adjacent acute angles are perpendicular, then the lines are complementary. Okay, so what this means is if I give you two lines here, adjacent going right down the middle, okay, that means if this line, ray, if you will, I'm going to look at A, B, and C again with D in the middle. That tells me if ray AB is perpendicular to ray BC, then ABD and DBC have to be complementary. Two angles that add up to 90 degrees. All right, that's the last of the theorems, and that's the last of 3.2, which means we are moving on to 3.3. 3.3, angles formed by transversals. We do have a couple of vocabularies here. Transversal, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, same side interior angles. Write all of those down, please, please, please. And then I would 100% draw this right here. Okay, you are going to need to know this. It will lead to several more lessons with theorems coming behind it. You do need to know what a transversal is, you need to know corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, and same side interior angles because they will come up later. Get to know them and write down the examples with them too. Well, all right, so a transversal is a line that intersects two coplanar lines at two different points. The transversal, which is line T in that diagram, and the two other lines, lines R and S, they all form 8 angles. Now, it doesn't always have to be appear like that. It can also appear, if you look at this right here, this line with this red line going through, that red line would be a transversal as well. It can be anything that looks as if two lines are going one direction with another line coming the opposite direction or at a slant to those two. Okay, so corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal, so same side of the transversal, and on the same sides of lines R and S. Okay, so what that means is, okay, if you look at that transversal, this diagram right here, it's going to lie on the same side as the transversal, so either right or left. Okay, so I'm going to pick the right side. So I'm going to be over here of transversal T. Okay, same side as same side on the transversal. So we're all going to be looking at 2, 4, 6, and 8 at the angles. But then they're also the same sides of line R and line S. So if I look at line R, I'm going to pick the top angle of 2, and then I would also have to pick the top of S, which is angle 6. So angle 2 and angle 6 are two corresponding angles. Angle 4, which would be on the bottom of R, and angle 8, which is on the bottom of S, are two corresponding angles. 1 and 5 corresponding angles. And then lastly, 3 and 7 are corresponding angles as well. So it's going to, again, same side of the transversal, either right or left, and the same side of their corresponding lines of R and S. So that would mean the top on top of line S, sorry, line R, and then on top of line S as well. Okay? All right, next one, alternate interior angles. Whenever you look at the interior angles, okay, interior angles, that's going to be inside the two lines, those two coplanar lines. Okay, so if you look at lines R and S, those are our two coplanar lines. And then you look at alternate interior. So when you think about alternate interior, alternate meaning one and then the other. Okay, so alternate, they alternate sides. Okay, alternate sides, opposite sides. So angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. That leads right into alternate exterior angles on the outsides of our two coplanar lines going across. So angles 2 and 7 are alternate exterior angles. And lastly, we also have 1 and 8 are going to be alternate exterior angles. Lastly, same side interior, same side, and what they're talking about here is same side of the transversal. So remember when we were talking about angles 2, 4, 6, and 8, we're talking about our two interior angles. Both of them would be on the right. So interior 4 and 6. They're on the same side of the transversal, being to the right side of that transversal. So 4 and 6 would be same side interior. Same side interior on the other side would be 3 and 5. There is no same side exterior, so don't worry about that. So same side interior or consecutive interior angles that lie on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so we're going to go into a couple examples. All right, so give an example of each angle pair. So looking at your notes, writing down or from what you wrote down in the past, corresponding angles, alternate interior, alternate exterior, and same side interior angles. Give this one a shot. All right, so corresponding angles, I'd take any of the following. Remember, same side of the transversal on the same side of their corresponding lines. So 2 and 6, angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles, along with 3 and 7. Angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, angle 1 and angle 5. Are corresponding angles. And lastly, we have angle 4 and angle 8. 4, not for there. So angle 4 and angle 8 are also corresponding angles. Okay, so I'm going to erase that. And looking at alternate interior angles, they're on opposite sides and they alternate. So opposite sides and they are on inside. So 3 and 5. Angle 3 and angle 5 are two alternate interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 6 are the other set of alternate interior angles. Notice I'm putting the angle symbol in front of each number. Don't forget to do that because you do need your symbols. Okay, moving on to alternate exterior on the outside of those two lines. So this line and this line on the outside of that. So angle 1 and 7 would be a great example of two exterior angles. The other ones would be angle 2 and angle 8. Okay, those are two alternate exterior angles on the opposite sides of that transversal. Okay, last but not least, we have same side interior. Remember, same side as that transversal and on the interior angle. Okay, so same side interior. If we look at this, our inside would be right here. So interior, this whole space would all be interior. So two angles on the same side of our transversal would be angle 3 and angle 6. And last but not least, angle 4 and angle 5 would also be on the same side interior. Okay, so those are your same side interior angles. I want you to give this one last. You know, I'm beating this one to death because you do need to know this stuff. You do need to know what corresponding angles, alternate interior, and so on and so forth those are, because we're going to be dealing with theorems later that you will be using in two-column proofs. So get to know these, love these, and dream about them. So corresponding angles. Give this one a shot. I will be back in just a moment with the correct answers. Okay, I'm going to whip through the answers very quickly. All right, so we have angle 1 and angle 3. Those are corresponding angles. Angle 1 and 3. We also have angles 2 and 4. Angle 4 are corresponding angles. Same side of the transversal, same side of their corresponding lines. We also have 5, angle 5 and angle 7, corresponding angles. And last but not least, we have angle 6 and angle 8, corresponding angles. Alternate interior angles, when we look at those, I'm going to erase here quickly. Alternate interior angles on the inside. What would be the inside here? What angles are going to be on the interior of these, or of this transversal with the two lines? Give me them all. I hope you said 2, 3, 6, and 7. Those are your interior angles. Now we're looking at alternate interior angles. So angle 2 and angle 7. Those are alternate interior. And last but not least, angle 6 and angle 3. Also alternate interior. Alternate exterior, give me all 4 alternate exterior angles. Let me hear you. Excellent, nice job. Angle 1 and angle 8. Alternate exterior angles. And last but not least, angle 5 and angle 4. 4, 5, 5, 4. Alternate interior, alternate exterior angles. All right, here we go. Same side interior angles. We're going to erase one last time. Awesome. Here we go. Same side interior, same side of the transversal on the inside. When we're talking about inside, we just did it. 2, 3, 6, 7. Those are our interior angles, which means 6 and 7 are same side interior, which also means 2 and 3 are also same side interior angles. Don't you just love all the colors that were incorporated into this? All 3 of them? Fantastic. We are done for today. That is 3.3. If you have any questions, please ask me. Please ask me tomorrow. We'll go through a couple examples tomorrow just to make sure we got this. All right, have a great day.